So how'd you accumulate all this stuff? I wanted to ask you.
A lot of it was when I was a kid.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all in good shape though, and everything works.
Good morning, everybody. Today I'm going to be meeting up with somebody off Facebook Marketplace, but first, let me give you a little bit of backstory. I was messaging random people on Facebook Marketplace just asking if they had any video game stuff lying around, and one guy actually got back to me. He said that he has a small red tub in his basement of video game stuff, and I asked him for a picture of it, and he sent me a picture. It was an overhead view. I couldn't really see what was inside. I did see a few things, but really could not see what was all entirely in that bin. He said that it was a bunch of SNES stuff, Atari stuff, there was some vintage wrestlers, some other old electronics and miscellaneous stuff, and he said that he was looking to get about $300 for everything. So I did ask for some additional pictures, but he just never sent any. He sent me a photo of a Wii U box. It was a Guitar Hero Live complete in set. He said it was like never used. It's just the controller and the game, and it's in this little box. And he said that he was looking to get $300 for everything. He will throw in the Guitar Hero controller, and that's pretty much a gamble because I have no idea what's in the tub, but I accepted his offer of $300. With that being said, I'm gonna go meet him up right now. He wanted to meet in a McDonald's parking lot, which is totally fine with me. He's about 35 minutes away, so let's head over there right now and go get that big red bin of video games. Are you Jay?
Yep.
I'm Chris. So how'd you accumulate all this stuff? I wanted to ask you.
A lot of it was when I was a kid.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all in good shape though, and everything works.
So you said a majority of it was from when you were a kid?
Yeah, like the Popeye game and some of those handhelds and stuff.
Atari and stuff like that?
Need batteries, but otherwise they work fine.
What about the wrestlers? Were those yours?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, 300?
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks, man.
I appreciate it.
Good doing business with you.
Yeah, thanks again.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, so we just finished the deal with Jay, and I am super excited to look through that bin because he said a lot of the stuff in there is from his childhood. So there is wrestlers from his childhood as well as some vintage games. So it should be very exciting to look through there. But we're gonna be meeting up somebody else who said that they have a DS Lite and it's complete in box and there's some games with it as well. And she was asking 50 bucks for it. So we're gonna go ahead over there and pick that up. And then once we get home, we're gonna look at everything that we got. How you doing? Yeah, I appreciate you holding it for me.
You know, I was going through some stuff. My mom passed away.
Okay.
And I found her Nintendo, and I'm like, hey, somebody asked me about that.
Yeah.
I went back in on OfferUp, and so I plugged it in just so you could see that it's working. Okay.
Okay.
So. And then this is everything that she had. So I don't know what you want. You can take everything.
Yeah, I'll take everything for 50. That's fine.
Okay. Let me put this back in here. Yeah, the boxes, like, she took care of everything. Okay, thank you. And I checked all the games are in there. Cool. Which helps. Is this big enough?
That should be fine.
You
Just
sure?
put everything in there,
And then some of those pen thingies.
Cool.
Okay.
And that's the charger?
Charger, and then there was a car one.
Cool.
I don't know if you want that or not, but...
I appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right, guys, so I just picked up the DS, and that is by far one of the cleanest DSs I have ever bought in my entire life. That DS box is virtually untouched. It's like flawless, and I looked at the DS, and that also looks like it's never been played. So I'm probably gonna end up keeping this entire complete in box DS just because it's in so good of condition. But let's head home. I'm gonna show you guys everything that I bought today, how much we spent, and how much we are estimated to make in profit. All right, guys, so I'm home now. I spent $350 on everything that I'm about to show you guys, but let's start it off with the Nintendo DS Lite. Now, as you can see, I think this is coral pink, and it is complete in box. It has all of the manuals. There's even this unopened InvisiShield that's Nintendo licensed for, it's a screen protector for the DS system. It came with 7 games, and they are all puzzle games, or really a couple dollars each games. There's nothing spectacular in that. There's a car charger, some extra styluses. I think these are headphones. And there is a matching case to go with it. Here's the box. Like I was telling you guys, this thing is like flawless. And the pink is just super nice. I'm a big fan of pink, so I'm gonna end up keeping this just because it is in such good condition and it's complete in box. And I do have a Nintendo 3DS XL that's complete in box, and I'll just add this guy to the collection. We paid 50 bucks for everything, and we're gonna sell off probably just the case and the games and maybe the car charger, but that's about it. Alright, so here's the big red tub of all of the video game stuff, plus this Guitar Hero Live box right here. We paid $300 for everything. I'm gonna lay all of this stuff out on the desk, and we're gonna look at it all one by one. Like I said, I really don't have a good idea of what's in this tub, just what he mentioned, so it's gonna be the first time I'm looking through all this stuff, so it should be exciting. Alright, so for the Guitar Hero, he said it was brand new, but it is open boxed. The sticker has been peeled off, but from the looks of it, I don't think this was ever used. We still have the original batteries, and they have battery acid on them. They have been in here for a long while, and all of the pieces look untouched on the inside, so I'm gonna say that this is brand new, and I think these are going for about 70 or 80 bucks pre-owned. Maybe a little bit less than that. I don't know if Guitar Hero Live for the Wii U is desirable, but it is complete in box, and it is brand new open box, so I think we should have no problem selling this guy. Here we have the Wii stuff that he was talking about. It's all of the connections for a Wii, but there is no Wii itself or any controllers or anything like that. We got 6 games right here, and I think off the top of my head, Alice in Wonderland is like a $15 game, but the rest of these really aren't super crazy or anything that's expensive. We have a 2DS XL. This is a white and orange one. Don't know if this guy works. Let's go ahead and power it on. Behind it are what looks like DS games, so hopefully we can find some Pokemon games in there, but I doubt it. Looks like the DS is working. These things are nice. 2DS. Wow. Yeah, no idea how much this guy is. I would say like 150 bucks maybe. So that's really nice. Yeah, looks like it's working completely fine. I don't know if this orange and white color scheme is desirable by any means, but we have the charger with it as well. These things are super nice. I've never seen these, but they are super heavy duty and they can store a whole lot of DS games. But take a look. We do not have any Pokemon games from what it looks like. Got Garfield, Hotel Transylvania, Deep Sea Escape, Tinkerbell, Puzzle Quest. There is Mario Party 7. I think that is the most expensive game out of the lot. There's a Knights game right there, but nothing crazy by any means. Mario Kart 7. And we got the DS, which is really nice to find inside this tub. Alright, so I got the wrestlers out right here. I'll show you guys that a little bit later, but I wanted to take a look at this thing right here. I don't know what it is. Retrobit Duo Portable. It looks like a portable Super Nintendo. That is wild. I don't know. Okay, it could take a charge and it can take batteries. I am super interested to see if this guy works. I have no idea about this, how much it is, but this thing is definitely cool. So here's all the Super Nintendo stuff. Unfortunately, all of the games are nothing special. There's no Mario titles or anything like that. There is 2 wrestling games, and I would say that those are probably the majority of the money in the lot. We got Super WrestleMania, and then we got WCW Super Brawl Wrestling, and I think those are the best out of the entire lot. Unfortunately, I don't think that this Retro Duo even works. So there's no charger for it, but I do have a PSP charger attached to it. But when I give it power, if you can hear that, I don't know if that's a capacitor or what's going on. The screen does flash a little bit, but it looks like it's not getting sufficient power The battery might be cooked completely. I did open this up and it takes a super long battery. It might be cooked, I don't know, but luckily for me, I can take this stuff apart and I can diagnose it, so I'm probably gonna do that. It'll probably be a separate video, and it should be a cool video. I've never seen one of these, but they're super cool, and I'm super excited to get it to work, and I wanna play some games on it, but yeah, I don't think that this guy is working. I tried really hard to get it to work too. I cleaned the pins on the games and on here, and I made sure there was a good connection, but just nothing. Just makes that noise. So unfortunately, I think this guy is broken, but for parts, they still go for a little bit of money. I didn't know these are so expensive. I wish it worked, but it doesn't. But yeah, for parts, it'll sell for a little bit of money, but I'm gonna keep it and I'm gonna try to fix it. All right, so here is all of the Atari stuff. My worst nightmare. I hate Atari stuff. Try never to buy any Atari stuff. This is a 7800 Pro system, and it's one of the better Ataris to find. The console itself is like 40 or 50 bucks, and there actually is some pretty decent games out of this entire lot. These are the ones that you do want to find. We got Atari 7800 Mario Bros. This is like a $20 or $25 game alone. We got some Donkey Kong action, and we got Donkey Kong Jr. Some other games, Food Fight, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Dig Dug, Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. We got E.T., some standard stuff. This is probably a $100 lot, I would say, 100 to 120, and it's gonna be a hard sale, but yeah, this is all of the Atari stuff. Here's all of our vintage wrestlers, and I think we have some decent ones in here, nothing crazy, but there's this 1991 Undertaker, which is really cool. There's another Undertaker right here, a few hats, some other odds and ends. We got Mankind, I think that's Bret Hart. And then there's a lot of people that I have never seen before. But this entire lot, I would say maybe $100, just because that Undertaker is worth so much. But a lot of these are going for about $8 to $15 a piece, and I'll probably just lot them all up, make it easier to sell. Last but not least, we have all of these retro consoles, I would say, handhelds. We have a Super Mario Bros. Game & Watch, and I had no idea that it was worth so much money. And then Donkey Kong Jr. Game & Watch, again, just worth so much money. I think these are, yeah, from the 80s. These are originals. And I will eventually test these before I list them. I just can't right now because the type of batteries they take, I don't have. So I'm gonna have to go out and buy some of those batteries. We have a WrestleMania game right here as well by Acclaim. And then we got this guy right here. So this is another Game & Watch. This is a tabletop Game & Watch licensed by Nintendo. It is a Popeye game made in 1983. You got your little joystick and your punch buttons, and I think there's a few games and stuff like that. This in working condition, they're selling for about $200 on eBay, which I had no idea. And we're gonna test it out to see if it works. It takes some bigger batteries, so we got to go ahead and see if I have that at my house. I think I do have some batteries that will fit this. So yeah, let's go ahead and test it. I hope this thing works because this thing alone is about $200. So yeah, it takes Type-C like I thought. These batteries look original. They are all corroded. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up this compartment, throw some new batteries in it, and we're gonna test it out. All right, so a huge unfortunate event happened. Getting those super corroded batteries out, one of the actual flat pieces for the connections was attached to the battery and it ripped right off. So it's broke. We can't even test it. I tried to put a piece of tinfoil in there and have it go, but I wasn't getting a super good connection. I can hear sounds that was coming out of the machine, but I couldn't see anything on the screen, and I think that has something to do with the broken piece not getting a good connection, and the tinfoil, the continuity of the tinfoil was just not enough to run these batteries. So unfortunately this happened, which is awful, but that's what happens with these corroded batteries. Sometimes it breaks off the connections, and it's just an unfortunate event. I'll probably have to sell this for parts because I can't even test it, and I'll probably just ask $100 for it because it's in really good condition, and the other ones that are selling, they're selling for about $200 in working condition, and I'm almost positive that this thing works just because of the condition it's in, but I can't even test it, which is super, super unfortunate, and I'm pretty bummed out. So the estimated cost of everything, retail value, is about $850, and if we can get this portable SNES to work, it's going to be even more, but $850 is a rough estimate of everything that's totaling up. And if we minus our fees and shipping for eBay, which is going to be about $200, minus our $300 that we spent blindly on this tote, it looks like our gamble is going to give us roughly $300 to $350 of estimated profit once everything sells. It's really unfortunate that the connection on the battery terminal for that tabletop Game & Watch did break off, but it is from 1983, and if those batteries are original, I mean, what do you expect? Just take it from me and my mistake. If you guys are going out and buying these vintage things, look at the battery compartment of them, because that exact same thing can happen to you, and that will really dig into your profits. Overall, I think we did pretty good on our gamble. I do not recommend gambling anything. That is not any way to run a business, but I find it very, very entertaining, and it's really fun to look through these boxes that are in people's basements and attics, so we can just pull out whatever we find, and then we can look up the value of it. It's kind of like a scavenger hunt. It's really cool. I don't recommend doing it because not every single time you buy these lots, you're gonna make your money back, but I just get really lucky when I do it because I can tell and read people if it actually is something from their basement or if they're a reseller trying to pawn off all of their broken stuff. And this guy was genuine, and I think that he didn't know that that little portable SNES didn't work if he didn't have the charger for it or whatever, but I think he was a good guy, and I think we did pretty good, making about $300 to $350 of estimated profit. That's gonna do it for today's video though. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.